Hello. Okay, most of you on I recognize, and I know you know me, but you never know who's going to hop on and watch this. So I'll just share quickly that I started my journey in a group similar to like a hashtag MBF group where we were all kind of doing the same program day by day together. And it absolutely changed everything for me. I went from being super inconsistent to actually doing it. That was the power of the group for me. And somewhere along the way, I really felt like I was supposed to create my own groups and my own communities. Fast forward almost 7 years later, and here we are. And I can't believe that I'm still doing these programs and having groups, but it really just fuels my fire. And I really feel led to do it, and I love to do it. So I love to create those same experiences that I had when I started. I know some of you are customers and coaches of mine. Some of you are customers and coaches of my leaders on my team. And lots of times we run groups together because there's just power in doing things together in all aspects of life. So once you're a friend of theirs, you're a friend of mine, and we love to do things together too. So let me just kick off quick with a prayer, and then we'll get digging into this new program and the sample workout. So pray along with me. Dear God, I thank you for every woman on this call. It's not always easy overcoming the obstacles we face in our daily lives to show up on calls like this and take care of our physical bodies and lean into community, especially when it's hard, Lord. Yet here we are. And I pray over this time together. Only you know what is on our heart and mind. Only you know what we need. Help us quiet our minds and fill our cups. I thank you for giving us each other. It's such a gift, and I pray you continue to just nurture these relationships and continue to spur us on together in a way that lifts each other up and glorifies you. Please bless this time and these women with your grace, love, and conviction to do whatever it is you have for us to do here. Amen. All right, so I am going to, before I switch over and have you see my screen, I just want to give you a little gist of hashtag MBF. It means muscle burns fat. And I even like dressed for the occasion. I was proud of myself. It's like I have all these branded tanks. I never wear them. So anyways, if you're new to BODi, I just want to share that a big part of BODi is not just an emphasis on workouts and not just an emphasis on our bodies, but it's a full, well-rounded view of fitness and nutrition and mindset. Mindset is something we added within the last year because we knew that the biggest change that people need is internal mindset work. And so that's a big part of our journey and our programs and our groups as well. Now, something that we also came out with relatively recently is something called BODi blocks. Because I know a lot of people probably did hashtag MBF, the original program, back in 2020. That was when it launched. Tons of people were doing it because there was no other option of, except for working out at home. So that was huge, a huge launch. Lots of people did it. So what makes this BODi block different? Well, first off, if you've been doing the program, that was like 3 years ago. So you're ready for something new, right? So exciting that we have another option. But effectively, it's a 3-week version of the program, 5 days a week, which is different, 25 to 35 minutes a day. And it's new moves and new music and just a new vibe. You'll see Lacey Green again, if you remember her from the original, but it's just a fresh new take on it, especially the moves and the music. If you've been doing the same thing over and over again, I can't express to you enough how important it is to change things up. Your body's probably bored. You're probably plateaued. Try something new. And this, someone told me last night, Miss Alex, who's on the call, told me how hard this sample workout is. I was like, oh no, I haven't done it before. So I'll be experiencing it alongside you for the first time. So anyways, last point on this is a huge reason why I'm excited about hashtag MBF is, especially as women, especially as we age, we naturally will have decreased muscle if we don't do anything, right? And with that muscle goes our metabolism. And a lot of women, unfortunately, still do a lot of cardio, which only adds stress to your system, causes imbalances hormonally, all the things. So especially for women, especially as we age, building muscle is where it's absolutely at. It will help your metabolism. It'll help you with your strength. It'll help with your stature. All the things will benefit from muscle. And honestly, you're not going to get bulked up. I know a lot of women worry about getting bulked up because of muscle. That only happens when you take a bunch of supplements that are particularly mostly formulated for men to build bulk muscle. So it won't happen on its own. So anyways, that's why I'm excited for this. Now let me attempt to share the screen without it crashing, because that has happened multiple times. All right. I even looked to check. All right. Share sound. Oh, I think it worked. All right. Can someone give me a thumbs up that you can see my BODi screen? Yeah. Okay. So here you can see the fitness, nutrition, mindset that I was talking about. Here's the BODi blocks that I talked about. And here's our muscle burns fat. Now I'm going to have to stop recording this because otherwise it's going to get mad at me that I'm all right, as I mentioned in the beginning, I am not able to include the sample workout within this recording for copyright purposes. So if you want it, make sure to reach out to me or whoever invited you to watch this. And yeah, I'm excited to hear it. Honestly, as I went through this, I was like, oh my gosh, if I was like brand new to this, I would be like, I can't do that. I need to start with something easier. Then I thought back to my journey and what I started with. And I started with a program that was so over what I was able to do, but it was so fun over the weeks to feel how much stronger I got and to go from modifying to not modifying. And again, doing it alongside a group of people was the biggest game changer. So even if you're new to this, even though that sample workout was probably humbling, still strongly recommend doing it alongside us, because I hopefully you loved it. Other than that, so good. Okay. And then I wanted to give a couple dates. So I know a lot of questions is like, when does it start? So as she said in the recording, October 2nd is when it officially becomes available on the BODi platform. And it just depends on your facts and circumstances, whether you have access to it or not. So again, reach out if it looks locked or you can't do it. I wanted to share first time ever on this call that me and my team plan on launching a Bet on Yourself bootcamp on October 9th. And I've ran this one before, and it's time and time again a favorite because it's super simple in what happens. So effectively, everyone who wants to participate in the bet submits $20 in the pot, and typically I throw extra money in to kind of sweeten the deal. And then everyone who does five workouts a week for 3 weeks gets a piece of the pot back, so their money back plus some. And you know, it's simple, but it's amazingly effective. Like, it's amazing what you'll do for your $20 back. It really has helped a lot of extremely busy women who have been inconsistent in the past actually make time for it and make it happen. Okay, and now on that note, talking about busy women, I didn't even plan that. Look at that transition. Talking about busy women, I know a lot of you probably are here to hear from Abby, who I shared multiple times is going to be speaking on this call, and I won't steal her thunder and share her story, but I really wanted to bring her on because for me, over and over again, the last 7 years, the number one thing that I've heard from women as to why they aren't prioritizing their health, their workouts, their nutrition, and the number one reason why they don't feel like they can partner with BODi is time. And I know life is busy. It's just the nature of the beast. And Abby, of all people, I was like, she is amazing and she does it and it fills her cup and fuels her versus draining. But anyways, I will stop. Abby, please go ahead and share.
Good morning, everybody. So yeah, Kaitlyn asked me just to come on and share a little bit about kind of my journey and why I partnered with BODi. And really for me, that started probably 2019. So the prior summer, our family had moved to a totally new community. My husband took a new job, new friends, new everything. And prior to that, I had gone to a gym that I loved for 5 years, had people, that I was accountable to in that community. And I just floundered for about 9 months and didn't realize how much I missed that aspect of everything. I'd watched Kaitlyn for a long time. She actually interned it makes me feel old, interned at the CPA firm that I work at. And so I had known Kaitlyn for a long time and continued to follow her after she had kind of left that role. So in May of 19, I'm a runner also. And so she had a running boot camp. And so I was like, that is just what I needed. I was looking for something that could give me both not only workouts, but also nutrition. And I tried other things, different nutrition things, different whatnot, and just really couldn't find what I was looking for. And at that point was kind of in a really deep place that I just needed something different. So I started with that running boot camp, and Kaitlyn all along was like, you need to, like, do you want a partner? Do you want a coach? I'm like, no, I am busy. Like, I have a full-time job. I have 4 kids. That was just not something that I really was looking for. And I think my perception at that time was like, well, that, that's for people who want to make a lot of money and they're going to go all in, and you have to do all these crazy posts and you have to do all these things. And I'm like, I don't want that. Like, I just want some accountability for myself, and whatnot. But ultimately, during the midst of that wonderful 2020 that we had, she kept nudging me, all those God winks along the way. And I finally said yes. And at that point, really, honestly, I signed up for the discount. I've told Kaitlyn that many times before, but I really just signed up for the discount and for some accountability. I'm a good Dutchman, so I really wanted the discount. But ultimately, over time, that's turned into, I just have a really deep passion for helping others, whether that's through this wellness journey that I have or in my job as a CPA. I just really have a passion for helping others and the community that surrounds that. So you're probably thinking, well, why do you do this? Because you obviously have a lot of other things to do, but ultimately it's for me. It fills my cup, which then I can pour into others. Because without that, I would not. I'd be a terrible mom. I'd be a terrible employer. It just would not be good. So yeah, it really fills my cup, and it's become a little bit of a side hustle for me that I have a passion for and I love, and I just love helping others and fulfilling their cups as well. So yeah, for me, I just fit it in the cracks when I can. I do a lot of my stuff in the early morning. So I've got a routine where I get up, I work out, I do my devotions, post on my stories, check in with my ladies. That's, what I do every day. That's one of my non-negotiables, how I fit that in. And then it's just cracks in the day, whether that's at lunch. I have my best thoughts when I'm driving. So I do a lot of voice to text as well, and capturing those, whether that be for posts or whatnot. And then, yeah, at night, just kind of fitting it in when I can. Trying to think what else I was going to say. But yeah, for me, it fills my cup. I love helping others. It's probably not going to ever be my full-time job, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be your full-time job. For me, it's not. And I absolutely love it. I love partnering with Kaitlyn. She allows me to chime in and help with those groups and bring my ladies in. And I just really appreciate that.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much for sharing. Here, what the heck? Okay, there we go. Thank you, Abby, for sharing. I just smile because a lot of things, not surprisingly, we're still like, my journey is similar. Like, I really did start with for the discount too. I never really thought I was going to turning into anything, and I felt led to, and you haven't, and that's okay. Like, I just love that we can just help people, and keep ourselves accountable, because over and over again, it's funny. So I've helped quite a few ladies in the last few months get started as affiliate. Actually, starting the beginning of summer is like I really ramped that up, and over again, they've been telling me like how that, like, sharing with people, having someone outside of themselves in the groups with them, like, that's what finally helped them stay consistent and take care of themselves. And so, like, that realization has made me even more passionate about, like, especially those people who are inconsistent. They're like, oh, I can't do that, I'm not consistent yet. I'm like, maybe that's what you need to get consistent, to have someone outside of yourself that makes you want to show up, because we all have those days where we don't want to. But Anyways, thank you, Abby, again for sharing. It was funny when you you have your best thoughts while driving. I was like, TMI, mine is in the shower or driving. It's like something about it. It's just like your mind finally gets to shut off and run. And yeah. Anyway, so thank you for everyone who's hopped on and stayed on to the end. We so appreciate this. And I want to continue hosting these once a month. As long as people keep showing up, we will keep doing it because it fills my cup and I love it too. And if you are thinking about hashtag MBF, Super Black, and or partnering, both of those opportunities kick off here in October. So reach out to me or whoever invited you on and we'll get you plugged in. We're excited for another good month. All right. Bye, guys. Have a good day.